What's up guys, SkyKevin here, and today I wanted to go over my tips and tricks for using the grappling hook. Grapple Basics. Really quick for those who aren't aware, you should aim to unlock and use the beltless long grapple. This one is by far the best grapple available and only takes a single tablet to unlock. Always when grappling, to get the most distance, make sure you're holding W to move forwards, holding E to reel in, and holding the A or D key to move to the side. What you're essentially doing is moving forward and reeling in at the same time to gain velocity, while using the side strafe keys to move yourself away from whatever you're grappling onto, giving you more of an area to swing. Make sure to keep this in mind for the rest of the video, as we're going to use it in all the other tactics. SpiderManning. The ability to SpiderMan swing sounds easy, but requires a lot of practice to do properly. Essentially, the idea is to swing from tree to tree without ever touching the ground. You need to keep your velocity as much as you can on the horizontal axis, which requires you to time releasing your grapple at the mid-arc of the swing and aim yourself to reach another object to grapple onto. If your swing has too high of an arc, you'll move too quickly and hit the ground before your next grapple can be reeled in enough for the next arc on that specific tree. When it comes to where to grapple onto, always choose the highest point of the object available to you, so the tips of the trees or the highest part of a mountaintop are the best targets. The taller the object, the more area you will have to swing from. Thus, you can swing with a larger arc, making you able to swing faster and further away. Boarding walkers. To board walkers is essential for this game, and even one of your guys attacking their driver could mean the difference between them getting away or you winning the entire fight. To board an enemy walker from the ground, you want to grapple to the front of the ship. The best spot, in order to get on top of the walker, is to grapple from the sides. While grappling from the sides, you're reeling in, spamming the jump key, and spamming the side key depending on which side the walker is on. As you do, it will allow you to move in closer to the walker as you're doing all of these in tandem, and eventually you'll be close enough that you can climb on board. If you're grappling from the back, it's a lot more difficult as you have a lot longer of a distance to reel in. In some cases, the walker may be too far away and you may run out of stamina before you're able to reach the walker. In that situation, it might be better to swing off of the ship and swing yourself forwards so that you have a little bit of time to recover some of your stamina. If you run out of stamina, you won't be able to board. And so in the case that you are running out of stamina and you aren't going to be able to board, your next priority should be getting back onto the ship behind you that's hopefully chasing them, so that you can stand back up and give it another shot once you're in range. Grappling in PvP. When in PvP, your grapple is hands down the fastest way to move around. I've been able to outrun large groups of enemies by grappling onto a small rock and holding the E to reel in and W/A and D keys, while spamming the spacebar. Even if you're just barely off the ground, it's just the tiniest bit faster than simply trying to outrun someone on the ground, especially if they're spamming their grapple to stop you from sprinting. Additionally, this doesn't take any movement into account, and being able to grapple a nearby tree is your most important target. That way, if you're ever in trouble, you always have a way to escape and bandage up for another fight. I want to underline this point as it's very important. This can be used to 1vx anyone, even if you're in the middle of the desert fighting on a large walker like a Schmetterling or a Falco. I've been able to dodge entire clans by simply grappling onto the wings and using this method to swing around the walker, giving myself enough distance to turn that 1vx into a 1v1 or 1v2 and getting kills. This is what makes grappling the most important PvP skill you can have. Advanced moves. Stalling. Sometimes if you've overshot a tree, or if I'm in danger of swinging off in an unintended direction, I'll turn to the tree that I was just grappling to and quickly grapple it just as I've reached the end of my grapple range. This will stall me in place and allow me to start swinging again, or I can use it as a way to stop where I am and fall to the ground. Fall damage in this game is based on your character's move speed, so not only does it depend on how fast you're moving downward, it will also take your horizontal velocity into account. By stalling, you can negate this damage and fall from a higher height with little to no damage. Bunny hopping. Bunny hopping is a very useful way to stop your grapple chain and get yourself back on the ground. It's essentially good to step up your movement game in the PvP and the fastest way to cross areas without any trees to grapple onto, as it gives you a slight boost along the ground. To do this, you need to get your swing to be as much on the horizontal axis as possible and fly as low to the ground as you can. As you hit the ground, spam the jump key and the W key to move forwards, and you will find your character will skim across the ground, taking no damage and allowing you to move a fair distance away. This is especially useful in PvP, as you can get just enough extra distance to bandage or give yourself some room from anyone trying to follow your grapple game. Overall, your grapple technique will likely be the foremost reason that you live or die in Last Oasis. If you're near any type of tall object like trees, chances are you'll always have a chance to escape any situation where the odds are stacked against you. Knowing the basics of grappling, SpiderMan technique, and how to use it around walkers will undoubtedly make you a near impossible target to kill. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.